हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू सौरभ's क्लासेस। मेरा नाम अश्मिता है और आज की क्लास में हम लोग AILET एग्जाम का पैटर्न और सिलेबस के बारे में डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं। तो AILET का जो एग्जाम पैटर्न है, जो लेटेस्ट एग्जाम पैटर्न है, उसी को लेके आज का क्लास होगा। तो ये जो वीडियो होगा ये इंटायरली आप लोग को एक नॉलेज देगा कि कैसा एग्जाम पैटर्न है, मार्किंग स्कीम कैसा है, किस तरह से आप इन सेक्शंस को अप्रोच करेंगे और कैसे आप लोग मार्क्स को स्कोर करेंगे और नेगेटिव मार्किंग क्या है, ड्यूरेशन क्या है, मार्किंग स्कीम क्या है, इसी को लेके डिस्कशन होने वाला है। Subjects like English, mathematics, logical reasoning, general knowledge and legal aptitude are covered in the BA LLB examination, and AILET for LLM covers the topics like law of torts, then business laws, family laws, and apart from all these, the paper pattern also helps the candidates to keep in mind what they should be studying, and the paper pattern also helps the candidate to know the things that should be kept in mind before and during the examination. Now here I am going to talk about certain very important features of the AILET exam pattern. The examination will be held through pen and paper mode. The duration of the examination will be 90 minutes and the total number of marks will be 150. The total number of questions will be 150 for BA LLB and 150 for LLM. The medium for answering the paper would be only in English language. The paper will have objective type, or we can say multiple choice questions, and there will be a total of 5 sections in the paper. Attempting questions from each section is absolutely mandatory. The exam is basically conducted once a year. As I have told you, the examination mode is offline, and the total number of questions in BA LLB would be 150 and in LLM also it would be 150. Total marks it would be 150 and the duration of the examination would be 90 minutes, that is 1 hour and 30 minutes. 1.5 घंटे का पेपर है जिसमें आप लोगों को मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट करने हैं। मार्किंग स्कीम है +1 mark for a correct answer and 0.25 marks minus for an incorrect answer. अभी हम लोग डिटेल्स में डिस्कशन करेंगे एग्जाम पैटर्न फॉर BA LLB ऑनर्स फॉर द एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन AILET। नाउ यहाँ पे बहुत सारे सेक्शंस होते हैं, जैसे कि पहला सेक्शन है जनरल नॉलेज का, जहाँ पे आप लोग को 5 टॉपिक्स में से क्वेश्चंस मिलेगा। कितने क्वेश्चंस? 35 क्वेश्चंस वुड बी देयर और 35 मार्क्स वुड बी अलॉटेड टू ऑल दीज 35 क्वेश्चंस। दूसरा जो सेक्शन है वो है इंग्लिश का और यहाँ पे आप लोगों को 6 टॉपिक्स में से क्वेश्चंस मिलेगा। यहाँ पे भी आप लोगों को 35 नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चंस मिलेगा एंड मार्क्स भी 35 ही हैं। नेक्स्ट है रीजनिंग का सेक्शन एंड यहाँ पे आप लोगों को 9 टॉपिक्स में से क्वेश्चंस मिलेगा एंड ऑल टोटल देयर वुड बी 35 क्वेश्चंस एंड 35 मार्क्स वुड बी अलॉटेड टू ऑल दीज 35 क्वेश्चंस. And the next topic is or the next section is based on elementary mathematics, जहाँ पे आप लोगों को 7 topics में से questions मिलेगा and all total आप लोगों को 10 questions मिलेगा from these 7 topics and marks allot किया जाएगा 10 marks. लास्ट जो सेक्शन है वो है लीगल एप्टीट्यूड के ऊपर एंड यहाँ पे आप लोगों को 7 टॉपिक्स में से आपको क्वेश्चंस मिलेगा और देयर वुड बी 35 क्वेश्चंस इन टोटल विच विल कैरी 35 मार्क्स. अभी हम लोग डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं एग्जाम पैटर्न फॉर LLM. There would be 150 objective type questions that need to be answered and the subjects include constitutional law, administrative law, family law, property law, company law, tax law, environment law है, labor law, industrial law, jurisprudence, then law of contracts, criminal law है, international law, law of torts. चलिए मार्किंग स्कीम को डिटेल्स में देख लेते हैं कि हर एक करेक्ट आंसर में आप लोगों को मिलेगा 1 मार्क और हर एक इनकरेक्ट आंसर में आप लोगों को माइनस किया जाएगा 0.25 मार्क्स. Therefore, if 4 answers are incorrect, it will lead to a deduction of 1 mark. For unattempted question, there would be no negative marking. अभी हम लोग डिटेल्स में डिस्कशन करने वाले हैं इंग्लिश सिलेबस के बारे में, जो AILET एग्जामिनेशन में आता है उसमें क्या क्या होता है इंग्लिश के सेक्शन से. बेसिकली ये जो इंग्लिश का सेक्शन है ये डिजाइन किया गया है टू जज द कैंडिडेट्स प्रोफिशिएंसी इन इंग्लिश. It basically aims at assessing their language skills, then the presence of mind, their mental alertness, quick thinking power, as well as their style of judgment. The topics which are to be covered in this section include comprehension passage, sentence correction, fill in the blanks, synonyms, antonyms, parajumble, Now let us talk in details about the general knowledge section of AILET. Now this section is basically designed to test the general awareness of the test takers in diverse fields such as in geography or in history or in politics or in environmental science, and there are so many subjects. So topics which can be covered in this section or which candidates can prepare for good marks in this section include static GK, current affairs, economics, then science, history, international events, major developments in the areas of sports, then geopolitics, environmental agreements, and there are so many other subjects there like UN bodies, then current affairs, different current affairs are there, then sports, awards and honors, eminent personalities. Now let us know in details about the syllabus of elementary mathematics or numerical ability section. This category basically deals in 7 elementary sections which primarily deals with 10th standard mathematics, and these sections may include ratio and proportion, then percentage, average, profit and loss, time and work, simple and compound interest, then number system, speed, distance and time. Now let us talk about the legal aptitude section of AILET exam. Now for this section, basically the candidates must have a general awareness of the latest legal issues and also about the landmark judgments that affect the legal scenario in India. Now topics that are to be covered by the candidates include the legal principles are there, then constitution, about the constitution you must be knowing everything, then current legal news, then environmental laws, family law, criminal law, corporate law. Now let us talk about the reasoning section of AILET. So this section under AILET will test a candidate's ability to think critically and to interpret the various relationships, the number sequences and other stuff which are there. Now there are almost 9 topics in this section which can include blood relations, critical reasoning, statements and conclusions, statement and assumption, then direction, there is number series, letter series, coding, decoding, there is syllogism, word formations. Now what is there basically in constitutional law? Constitutional law actually states the role, powers and structure of the executive, and also the role and power and structure of the parliament or the legislature and the judiciary also. It further deals with the basic rights and duties of the citizens of the country. There is administrative law in this exam about which you should be knowing that it is another body of law which is based on public administration, which works or operates, and in simple words we can say it is the exercise of power by the Indian executive. Another section is there which is family law. Family law revolves around family disputes, divorces, marriages, judicial separation, then pre and post nuptial agreements, then surrogacy and adoption, civil partnership and so on. There is this property law also. So property law is basically an area of law where property law regulates the different forms of ownership and the property rights in India, including control over the property, then right to transfer or sell the property, then right to exclude the others from the property, and various other laws which are included in it. There is company law also, and all the companies in India are regulated by the Indian Companies Act 2013, wherein aspects like company institutions and governance of the board, employees' rights, duties of the director, CSR, etc. come into play. There is this tax law. Now it is based on the role of public authority on taxpayers and how the governments have the right to impose the taxes on the citizens. Next is environmental law. It is a legal area that focuses on management of the available natural resources, then regulatory bodies for the protection of the same, and how the non-human world requires to be treated by the human beings. There is labor law also, which deals with the relationship between the employment entities, then workers or laborers, then trade unions and the government in order to safeguard the right of the workers. There is industrial law also, which deals with the laws that govern the industries and areas such as industrial relations, work safety regulations, then environmental concerns and duty towards it. There is jurisprudence also. It is nothing but basically the science of law, and the reasoning being the written law. There is this law of contracts which refer to the agreements between entities and the law that protects and governs the concerned parties to the agreement. Then there is criminal law also, which deals with the crime and punishments for people who have committed a crime, and which is according to the Indian Constitution. Then there is this international law, the area of law which refers to the relationship and dealings along with the treaties and agreements between the nations. It also states the legal responsibilities of a country towards another country. That was all about this entrance examination. If you want to secure good marks in this, and if you want to qualify this examination at one go, then definitely you need the guidance of a good mentor and a good coach. और हम सौरभ क्लासेस में ये mentor ये coach आपको provide करेंगे. हमारे यहाँ पे रेगुलर क्लासेस होता है, ऑनलाइन ऑफलाइन क्लासेस, डाउट क्लियरिंग सेशंस, क्रैश कोर्स फैसिलिटीज, स्कॉलरशिप फैसिलिटीज, मॉक टेस्ट फैसिलिटीज. वी ऑल्सो प्रोवाइड यू विद सॉल्व स्टडी मटेरियल्स. प्रीवियस ईयर्स के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स सॉल्व करके आप लोगों को प्रोवाइड करते हैं. अनसॉल्व पेपर्स का सोल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं. सैम्पल पेपर्स का भी सोल्यूशंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं. सो इफ यू वांट टू गेट ऑल दीज बेनिफिट्स एंड इफ यू वांट टू गेट द पोर्टल एक्सेस ऑफ द रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स, जिसको आप जितना बार चाहे देख सकते हैं, जब भी आपका मन चाहे, तो आपको हमारे क्लासेस में एनरोल करना है. एंड लेट मी टेल यू, हमारा जो स्टडी मटेरियल्स है वो आपको अमेजोन और फ्लिपकार्ट में भी मिल जाएगा, तो आप वहाँ से भी खरीद सकते हैं. सो यही था हमारे क्लासेस के बारे में. और कुछ भी डिटेल्स आपको जानना है तो आप नीचे दिए गए डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में जाके चेक कर सकते हैं. वहाँ पे हमारे कॉन्टैक्ट डिटेल्स दिया गया है. एंड ऑल्सो जो सौरभ क्लासेस का वेबसाइट है उसका लिंक भी दिया गया है. आप हमें बेझिझक कॉल करें. किसी भी एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन से रिलेटेड कुछ भी अगर आपको पूछना है तो आप हमें कॉल कर सकते हैं. कॉल करने के बाद आपके सभी डाउट्स को हम क्लियर करेंगे. एंड अगर आपको किसी और भी एग्जामिनेशन के लिए प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटजी जानना है या फिर प्रिपेयर करना है, मॉक टेस्ट देना है, तो तब भी आप हमारे क्लासेस में एनरोल कर सकते हैं. So that was all about our classes. Or to know more about our classes, do visit Saurabh's classes website. So that was all for today's class also. We are going to meet once again in our next classes.